Well, I really wasn't planning on cutting down some trees today, but as you can see there's one dead ash standing, and just to the left of it's another one, and this was one. I was, my mom and stepdad were here earlier. We were talking in the garage, and while we're looking at the trees, because I told her I need to get cutting those down, this one just decided to break over and fall while we were talking about it. So, well, I had to pull that one out with the tractor. And right here in this bare spot was a very large, at one time, ash tree. So before that fell on our power lines, I got in there and took this one down. Pretty good, nice ash trunk, solid all the way through so far from what I can tell. So got these hooked up to the tractor. Gonna buck them up here a little bit, at least into, I don't know, 10-foot chunks, and run them out to the wood yard. It's crazy. Day off, you never know what's going to happen. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of that tree. Some are cut 8 foot, some are cut a little longer, 10, but the one's pretty good size in the back there. So yeah, at least there'll be some firewood to get me going. So many butterflies out here. Like I was saying though, that ash, we'll just make sure we burn that first. We'll probably start burning here in about 4 or 5 weeks. So I wasn't planning on doing that today, but Mother Nature decided that I needed to trim down those ashes today. It's not even windy out, it's just a little breezy, but the weird thing is we're just standing there talking, looking, and I said, yeah, there's 4 dead ash trees there, and then boom, one just misses the shed. So I took that as a sign from above to get there and get the big one taken care of before I got to call the power company out here. I don't think that would be a cheap bill. So let's see, I'm gonna jump back in the tractor, run back to the house. We have plans with the in-laws, so I'm gonna jump in the shower, and then depending what time we get home tonight, maybe I'll have time to buck those into rounds, and then I can split those and fill up a couple totes before work tomorrow. As you can see, I'm waiting on another load, but I got 4 empty cages there, 2 empty cages there, and those 2 bladder cages, whole IBC totes, I really want to keep those. The one with the red lid is like mint, thing's like perfect shape, and then the one with the black top I want to keep for myself just because the opening is really big. And I was thinking in case I ever had to like move water or do something, I could put a electric sump pump in there because the hole's big enough, and because I already have one. So at least if I have to water something, or we get in a drought, or even if I'm burning a burn pile away from the house, I can have one of those full of water with that sump pump in it, and have water just in case. But don't see too many of those. Oops, sorry. I got a bug on my hand. Don't see too many of those with the big tops on them, the big 12-inch openings. So all right, I'm gonna get back to the house, get the sawdust on my eye, and we'll see when we get out here and get these split up. Well, came out here, cleaned up the garage, did some other projects around the house today, helped the wife do some stuff to the chicken coop. I got an hour to kill before work, so I'm gonna start bucking up these ash sections, see how far I get, and then tomorrow I'll come over and finish bucking them, and hopefully I can get them all split before work tomorrow. I had an hour to do this. By the time I got out here, that cut off some time, and I got 10 minutes to spare now, so I got time to get this stuff picked up, run the tractor back up to the garage. Got a pretty good stack of dead standing ash there. So we will hopefully tomorrow, man, it's hot out today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get out here and I'll get all that split. That should fill up at least a tote and a half of those, I'm hoping. Some of those are some pretty big chunks, so get quite a few pieces out of there. So when I stack the totes, like all these are cut to 16 inches. They're just not stacked real neat right now. Just close to the splitter. I'll put a row in the front and a row in the back all the way high, and then whatever loose pieces I got kind of shove in the middle so I'm not wasting space. But had a weird end here, so I got that trimmed up, trimmed off some of the kind of crotches on them there. And man, that grapple and that tractor really make quick work of moving everything from over here. I'd go over here, I'd measure them out where I wanted to buck them, mark them, bring them back here, hold them up with the grapple, cut them, and stack them. So didn't get any footage of that today. I'm kind of in a rush, and totally forgot to bring out the camera tripod. So get these chaps off, sweating. I used a 271 today, steel 271. It's a good saw, bogged down a little bit in some of these bigger pieces of ash, especially that one section that had all those big pieces. So I have a few more dead standing ashes to cut down. Next time I buck them up, I'm going to run the 311 and see if I really notice a difference. I would like to get something that'll run a 25-inch bar. The dealer says a 391 will do it, but then if I bump up to the 4 series, it's like $400 more. So we'll see. I'm definitely not going to buy anything this year. Between these two saws, I'll be able to get what I need done. So, all right, guys, go grab some water, take a shower, and then go to my day job. So, thanks for watching, and we'll be back shortly. Well, the grapple's off, the forks are on. I got a can of fuel out there, gasoline, I should say, getting ready to run out. And then I remembered, oh yeah, all the cages out there still need to be cut for firewood. Usually, I just use a battery-powered angle grinder. This Ryobi one's all right. It's not great. I bought it for another project, and it worked for that. But cutting these cages out seems to take the battery out of it a lot longer. And I know everyone's got opinions on Ryobi, but their drills are probably the best drills I've ever used across all brands. Never had a problem with their drills or impacts. I did go, well, and the other reason is this disc is about gone. I did go a while ago and bought a Diablo Demo Demon blade. We'll see how well this works cutting those cages apart. This thing, the battery seems to last a lot longer on this than it does on that angle grinder. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm about to go buy a corded angle grinder, a little bit better brand, being it's getting used a lot more than I thought it was going to originally. But that's what we're gonna do. One thing I was thinking about last night at work, my splitter does not have a side table. That would be nice. I found some pieces of black pipe out here, threaded black pipe with the bases, so I might weld 3 or 4 of those on and put a piece across the top. So that'll be a nice little project for the new Everlast. I got some saws here that need worked on, tuned up, so never ends, but I enjoy every minute of it. So let's get out there and we'll see how well this Diablo blade on that Sawzall cuts through those cages. How do you guys like this? Look at that travel situation. That works out pretty good. I figured the gas can would fit on there, and then I forgot I needed to bring out those power tools. Found that crate sitting on a shelf, and then I was like, huh, fits right on there. Not a bad deal. All right, so hopefully I got you close enough to what we're doing here. We're gonna try this Diablo blade on these. Like I said, usually I use an angle grinder, but we'll see how that goes. Not too shabby. That works a lot quicker than the angle grinder. Bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, this is a better tool for that. I don't know why I haven't used this before. All right, we are ready to go. Got a cage set up here at the end. Got the splitter. Like I said, there's 30 rounds, I believe, if I counted correctly. The biggest couple ones are over 17 inches, and there's some that are 8. So this middle row down here is kind of the average ones. Most of those are 10 to 12. So got one over here to set the camera on. Just filled up the new Briggs with gasoline. The splitter was given to me, and then it was just getting really hard to start. I had to use starter fluid, and then it got to the point where it wouldn't start at all. So took it into the repair guys, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, and they said they could fix it for 250, or for around 300 they can throw a new CR950 Briggs on here with the on-off switch. So I was like, yeah, let's just go that route. So it's not electric start, but it does have the on-off switch. It makes it a lot easier. So hard to turn down free. Other than that, the splitter's in pretty good condition. So I'm gonna set the camera up and let's get splitting before it gets too hot out. All right, a little update. I don't want to just get footage the whole time of me splitting wood. I don't know, maybe some people like watching that, but making headway there. This pile of stuff that was a little too punky to put in the burn in the house, I should say. But I have somebody who wants to buy kind of my leftovers for a big fall party where they have a big bonfire. So I'll load that in the cage and deliver that. And we're not quite halfway on that tote. Pretty good. Especially being a lot of this stuff was from that tree where I was standing in the driveway talking to my mom that actually fell over and almost hit the shed. So I figured some of that was gonna be a little punky. All the big stuff is from the ash next to it that I cut down. So that's all real good hardwood yet. Anything I find that's even remotely soft, punky, or a weird color, I throw in this pile here. So just took a break. We got my daughter a little Yamaha Grizzly 125 the other day. And except for the fact that she's a speed demon and I got the throttle cranked all the way down, she's learning and we're doing a lot of cool things with her on the four-wheeler. But the coolest thing was, I was out here splitting wood and I happened to turn around. She's sitting on her four-wheeler and I said, hey, can you go get me a drink? Yeah. So awesome. But rule is she's got to wear goggles and her helmet all the time. So trying to teach kids safety. But I'm gonna get back to splitting and get the rest of this done. I think I'm gonna be maybe one tote, maybe a little more, especially with this waste here. And then there's a couple chunks on their side of the splitter I had the camera sitting on. But all right, get back to work. Take a break until she brings my other drink out here, and let's see how far we get today. Notice I don't know what happened to my hat, but got a little smashed right there. Oh well, guess it's a firewood hat now. I was a little off on my prediction. That is what I would call a full tote. I don't like stacking them above the rim because they will fall out if you hit some bumps. But give you a closer look on that. That is a full tote firewood. Close enough for me anyways. Over there is a pile I'm gonna get rid of. Like I said, for that outdoor fire pit for a party. But one other thing I want to go over real quick. The other day I was out here screwing around and I posted a picture of my tractor lifting up one of these totes, and some comments, guys, like, that's not real. I have a 3901 and it won't lift a stack of pallets, let alone a half tote of firewood. Well, granted, that's dead ash. It's not super heavy, but it is still pretty heavy. I'll go around. All right, here's that same tote, and we're gonna address the questions on if this tractor will lift a full tote. So, full tote of ash, 3901 LA 525 loader, nothing on the back. Each tire is loaded with approximately 29 gallons of windshield washer fluid. Walk over on this side and I'll show you that there's 2 rows, and whenever I can I stack in the middle. This one I kind of push the front in a little bit, but still a full stack of firewood. I won't stop the video. Jump on here and we'll lift this pallet up, this tote up, firewood. A little RPM. And that's that. So would it lift a full pallet of greenwood? I doubt it, but this ash isn't super light and picks it up just fine. If I was going to be moving it out here down my trail, it is a little bumpy. I would definitely make sure I have a land plane or something on the back here to give me a little bit of weight. But yep, no tricks, no nothing. It will pick up a pallet, a tote of at least seasoned firewood. So as you can see, that will pick up a loaded tote of firewood. Every other tote I have is seasoned and they're full. I've never had a problem picking this up. I cut down a black walnut at the father-in-law's house, and I only got half a tote of that full. I don't know if that would lift a full tote. That walnut's kind of heavy. But yeah, this tractor picks up everything I want it to do. Do I wish it had more? Do I wish it had a higher lifting capacity? Yeah, you can never have enough. When we bought this tractor, I really wasn't planning on getting into the firewood like I am, but now I got a deal worked out where I might be selling some, and you know, a little bit of side hustle isn't bad if you can cover some of your own expenses and give everybody else a fair deal. I think it's a win-win. So, all right, I'm gonna go in the house, kick back a little bit, and get ready to go to work. This hat's bugging me. Tarp this stuff back up. I did get a hold of my dad. He's got a 10 by 20 canopy we used to use at our county fair with our old camper, but now that he's got that new massive fifth wheel with two awnings on it, we don't have room for it on our camper spot. So that'll be nice. Get 10 by 20 out here, put over top this splitter. I'm probably gonna move the splitter forward a little bit. I got a couple loads of logs coming in for behind here. But yeah, so it was a good day. I'm not one of these people, I don't want to come out and spend a whole weekend straight cutting, chopping, and splitting, stacking firewood. But I'd rather do it here and there before work, because on my days off, there's usually a lot of other things we want to be doing. So, all right, I'm going to go get something to drink. Did not bring any water out here. But the kiddo did bring me a gallon of orange juice, so right there, the four-wheeler was worth it. But all right, guys, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Let me know any other videos you want to do. Started a food plot at the father-in-law's 2 days ago, and then working on this one out here, which is done, just waiting for some rain. It's supposed to rain bad tomorrow, but now they moved it back to Monday. We got 4 days of storms coming, so that'll give my food plot the rain it needs. And got sweat in my eyes. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go get ready for work. So as always, thanks for watching. Everybody take care.